Hey everyone, hope you're well. It's Simon from Cyclistick and we have another video for you today, this time with this Lapierre Aircode DRS in a matte FDJ livery. We used a mixture of gloss and matte film for this, mostly because the chainstay protector, the factory chainstay protector, was actually a gloss film, and so we decided to kind of replicate that on the non-drive side and use gloss. But anything that was kind of more visual that you could see, we went for this matte film, like on the forks here. These forks can be a little more deceiving to install than you might think. They look fairly straight and uncomplicated, but just due to the nature of the shape of them, they can result in a slight pinch point, which you'll see here. So we're starting with the inside edge just to make sure we align with the holes, the access ports and the holes for the cables and brake systems, and then working our way around to the outside edge. And you'll see this is where you can sort of see the gather point, and just use a little bit of heat and you can kind of press that out. It's one of the things where you want to work with the flattest, smoothest areas first, and you'll find that there will be like that final pinch point, but a bit of heat, smooth it down, don't force it, nothing crazy, and you'll be able to get these sat down and looking pretty nice. And now this is not strictly necessary in terms of protection, but the drive side chainstay protector sits in this kind of indent in the frame, and it kind of, when I first looked at it, I thought it'd just be perfect to mirror it onto the non-drive side, and obviously mirror the gloss as well. Again, not strictly necessary, but when you're taking wheels in and out and chains on and off, who knows. We also use this gloss film for the back of the rear wheel on the seat tube there as well. The gloss film is kind of, its longevity is better in areas where things might get a little dirty. The matte film is great on, say, a top tube where you can see it, but it won't necessarily collect a lot of dirt. Where the gloss film, because it has a smooth top layer, it's easy to wipe clean. You can wax it if you like, quick detailer, whatever you need to kind of maintain it and keep it clean. Where a matte film will attract dirt over the years slightly, and so that might be a consideration when you're looking at the protection you want. Where do you want to use gloss and where do you want to use matte? But if you have any questions about that, just send us an email. We'd be happy to advise. And so you can see here with the factory protector as well, and so now just mirrored that on the opposite side, and yeah, I thought it was a nice little touch. So now we have the down tube protector, and there is this bolt hole. I never did quite understand what it's for, because there's the access port for the battery underneath the bottom bracket. So I'm not 100% sure what this thing is there for. So let us know in the comments if you have any ideas. But if this is something that your frame has, normally it's the bottle cage bosses that obviously on the down tube for certain gravel bikes. If you are looking at protection and your frame has some bolt holes under here, if you can provide us some dimensions of where it would sit in the protector, we can cut the holes for you. So if it's something you're looking at in the protection, you notice anything on your down tube or anywhere else that may interact with the protection, just get in touch, because we can add those holes for you. And this is the only time where you need to use a little bit of heat. The vinyl will contour in one direction really easily, but once you start adding multiple directions, like here towards the front of the down tube, it curves up and out at the same time. So we just need to add a little bit of heat to make the vinyl more flexible, to just be able to push it into there. Now, use a hairdryer if you can. If you have a heat gun, or an industrial, really powerful heat gun, we're talking seconds of heat time to kind of soften the vinyl and make it workable. You'll see here, this is a hobby heat gun, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time at all, just to soften the vinyl to then be able to press it into where we need to be. You can always sort of add more heat rather than trying to take it away. If you overheat it, you'll stretch it, you'll warp it. So just be a little cautious around areas where you need to contour. And then this mysterious bolt hole just caused a little bit of trouble getting the vinyl to sit around it. But again, heat it, the vinyl will soften, and you can just we're using a squeegee, you can use a store card, and very, very light pressure to just push the water and the air out, and just go back and forward with the heat as you need. And you sort of have to chase it around a little bit sometimes, but you see we just get this set down nicely with a little bit of patience, and the overall result was really good. But if you have any questions, again, shoot us an email, info@cyclistick.co.uk, and we'd be happy to help.